Good morning, class.
Good morning, Miss Elvira.
I hope you guys had a great weekend. I'm really excited to have you guys back. And I know you just got off math and you just want to run around, but I have to go over the rules of the activity that we're doing today. Do you guys remember what we did last week? What sport we were talking about?
Baseball.
Baseball. That's true. Now, the activity that we're doing today is a little bit similar to baseball, but we're going to be working on the activity of kickball. Does anyone know how to play kickball?
No.
No? Okay. Well, this is good. You're going to learn something new. Kickball is just a little bit different than baseball. Can anyone tell me what the difference between the two sports are? One thing. Anyone? Tiffany, do you know?
Kickball doesn't have a bat.
It's true. You don't have a bat in kickball. Baseball, you have a bat, and in baseball, you also have to, you use a much smaller ball, and it's a lot heavier. In kickball, you use a much bigger ball. It's a little bit bouncier, and you're going to use your foot. That's why it's called kickball. So the rules about kickball are pretty much the same as baseball. You have 3 outs, and if you strike out 3 times, then you will switch with the people in the outfield and switch with the people who are kicking. Does everyone know what you guys do in the outfield?
No.
Okay, in the outfield, those are the people who catch the ball. Those are the people who try and tag the kickers, and the people who are up to kick are the ones who are trying to score the points. So the whole point is you want to get as many of your teammates around the bases to score a point. Now, for the bases, there are 4 different bases. Does anyone know what the first base that you start out is called?
No.
Okay, the first one is called home plate. We're going to put HP for home plate. Okay? Now, once you kick the ball, you have to go and you're going to run to the next base. Does anyone know which way you run? Do you go right or left?
Left.
No. You're going to go right. You go right. After you kick the ball, you're going to follow it this way, and you're going to go around to each base until you finally make it back to home plate, and that's how you score a point. So, to review, this base is first base, second base, third base, and home plate. So once you make it all the way to home plate, that's when your team scores 1 full point. Does everyone get it?
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you get out in kickball?
I don't know.
No one knows. Okay, there are 4 different ways to get out in kickball. The first way is if some people, they get up to the plate, and once the pitcher pitches the ball, they miss every single time. You get 3 chances to kick it, and if you miss every time, that's 3 strikes, you're out, and that's 1 out for your team. Another way to get out in kickball is if you kick the ball, if it sails up and someone catches it, that's also considered an out. The third out is if you kick the ball and you're running to the base really quickly, but the person throws it to the baseman at first base, they catch it, then you're out. The final out is if you kick the ball, run to the base, and someone can throw the kickball at you. If it touches you, then that's your final way to get out. So any one of those ways can happen, and if it does, then the 2 teams switch and the next people are up to kick. Let's demonstrate some. I will be demonstrating with the Voorhees Tiger and the Panda. They're both on different teams, and if I could have a volunteer come up and demonstrate how the pitcher and the players hit, that would be great. Tiffany, can you come up? Okay, now let's pretend that this is the kickball. If the pitcher, what does the pitcher do?
Pitches the ball.
Yes. Does the pitcher toss it overhand or underhand?
Underhand.
Underhand, that's true. In baseball, they pitch it overhand. In softball and kickball, we're not going to toss it overhand because I don't think you would want to get hit with that big bouncy ball. So, the pitcher is going to underhand roll it, and all the tiger has to do, kick it up in the air wherever it can go. The only thing is you cannot kick it behind the bases or way off to the side, because if you do, it's considered a foul and you get another try. So when you go and play kickball, you want to make sure that it's going to the far side of the field and as far as you can go. You can sit down, Tiffany. Thank you for helping. Now there's another term that I'd like to go over, and it is called a bunt. Do you know what a bunt kick is?
No.
Bunt kick is if you try and hit the ball, but you tap it really softly, and it barely goes over, but it works. And some people use that as a strategy to get to the next base. So when you run, instead of really kicking the ball, you're going to tap it slightly, and it throws the other team off. So with all these different terms, I think you guys have a little bit of an understanding about kickball. So let's review a couple of the things. How many outs are you allowed to get before the other team gets to go up to kick?
3.
3, that's true. And then, how are some of the ways, give me one way that you can get someone out.
Throw the ball at them.
Throw the ball at them, that's true. Let's have one more. What's another way?
They touch the base.
They touch the base, they catch the ball before, and they touch the base, and that person's out. So, you guys, how about the main plate is called?
Home plate.
Home plate. And which way do you run in the direction?
Right.
Right, that's correct. So, now we can go outside and we can finally get some exercise and have a lot of fun, play some kickball, and we'll just see if you guys have learned all that you can learn.